My king was chased from G1 all the way to A7. No, I'm not making this up. This is the actual path that my king took. All the way, all the while, the black queen was trying to checkmate my king, chasing me down. This was a game that I played against a cheater, and I actually beat this person 4 times in a row. Now, that's not the entire story. There's a little detail that I'm going to save for the end to explain this, but I'll go ahead and show you. Here we have my profile. You can see the last 5 games that I played were against the same person. I lost the first one. Then I won 4 in a row, and the account is closed for violating fair play. Now, you might be wondering, how did I beat a cheater? Well, I'm going to tell you the answer to that after we look at this incredible game where my king was really the hero. So let's go ahead and just take a look, and then I'll explain the situation and tell you what I think happened and how that happened. All right, so here we go. I attack the pawn, he defends the pawn. I played the Ponziani, which is what I normally play. And when you play the Ponziani, you allow him to take here, and the idea is that you're going to push by and get your pawn back when the knight moves, essentially, okay? But he decided to not do that. They actually just played d6, which is kind of a passive move. I don't really know how to play against this, so I just developed my bishop, and then I castled. He castled, rook to e1, bishop to g4, pins my knight, and I don't know if this was a good decision. I think Stockfish doesn't mind it, but actually Stockfish says it's the best move. Okay, I didn't really feel like it was the best move because I didn't know what to do after it happened. Anyway, I played queen b3, and I'm trying to go over here. The problem is I'm allowing this, and I end up getting into trouble because now my king is open. Okay, and in my mind I was thinking, it's not a big deal. I'll maybe tuck it in the corner if I need to, or if I have to run here, it should be fine. Well, I underestimated how dangerous this was going to be for me. So I brought the bishop back, also thinking I could defend with the bishop. Queen comes back. The knight is coming to f4, which is really annoying square, because whenever you have 2 pawns like this that are doubled and they get blockaded, it really clogs up your position. So I was not really happy with this, okay? So I played here. I'm trying to shut down the knight from coming in, and I didn't really know what else I could do on this side of the board. f5. I take the knight, which was not a good decision. My bishop actually was a nice defensive piece, and to just trade it for this, not a good decision. I just really didn't know what to do. The position is hard to play, right? So right around here, knight to d2, f4, locking in everything, and guess what? I decided it was time to run. Now, I don't believe Stockfish likes this idea. Stockfish says, look, Nelson, just bring your queen somewhere, get the queen back, and you're going to be just fine. Maybe even king h1 is the safer place. I was just afraid that, like, if the queen comes in, the rook comes up and over, I just envisioned myself somehow getting checkmated. So I thought safest plan is for me to just run while I still can before the queen cuts me off. And this is what starts the epic king journey, okay? So king to e2, queen grabs the pawn. I'm trying to at least finish developing, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could bring my rooks over here, line up, somehow attack black's king if I have time. Unfortunately, knight to g3 check comes really quickly, and you'll notice the pawn is pinned, so I can't take it. And I could have gone to d1, but then I'm disconnecting my rooks, and any ideas that I have of bringing my rooks over here to do anything is out the window. So I thought, no, I better go to d3 instead. And here we go. The queen keeps chasing me down. Okay, I played king c4 because I'm like, you know, it's funny because actually I'm defending everything at the moment, so I really didn't have to move my king. It's just a blitz game. I was like, I just want to get away from the queen. I don't want to have to constantly be thinking about it, so I just moved. a5. Queen comes out. He grabs my knight. This was a total blunder, by the way. I just blundered my knight. Okay, I just absolutely forgot about it. I mean, it's a hard position to find a move, right? Because what are you going to play if you're playing this position as white? What are you going to play? I didn't want to play b5 because then I open up here. The queen can come in, and I didn't like the look of that. Also, just a6 or something with the rook. I don't know. So I played here thinking I could invade, and I just totally forgot about the knight. Okay, so we lose the knight. And the knight was defending here, also kind of guarding some of these squares, so that was actually a big loss. Bishop a3, I mean, you can see my position is totally lost. It's -6 at this point. I'm in big trouble, okay? And the time is equal. But I'm like, you know what? Let me keep playing. I already had beaten this person 3 times, and I thought, I'll just keep going. Queen b3, a4, I took it. Queen takes, and here we go. I mean, this looks very, very dangerous. And actually, there is a mate in 3 moves for my opponent, if you would like to pause. How can black checkmate white in 3 moves? Well, it's not easy, but the move is a5. And the point is that you're actually opening up the rook to control these squares. Now you're threatening to bring this guy over. And because of where the queen is at, that's actually just checkmate. So the only thing that I could do would be to play queen b3 to give my king somewhere to run to, but then knight to d4 check. And after I run, the capture is actually just checkmate. Okay, so that's what should have happened, but my opponent did not play that. They played knight to d4 check first, which allows me to go to a5. And notice the pawn now cannot move into my king, right? So it's actually shielding me from the rook, which is just what I need to hang on for a few more moves. So c6, he's trying to open up the diagonal here. Now the bishop is threatening to come in. And so I just decided to go ahead and attack the queen because I noticed that I could at least run here. I didn't want the queen to go to c4 to check me. Bishop goes back, king goes up, queen goes over. And I noticed, hey, at least I can play b5 and survive a little bit longer. And now I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can flag my opponent because they only have 37 seconds. You know, it seems like it's my best chance. So I start to move pretty quickly, queen to b4. And the funny thing is, now, even though I'm totally losing, there's no mate. There's no immediate checkmate. Okay, and my opponent has 24 seconds on the clock. And watch what happens. I brought the rook in. They decided to go there. I think I was expecting that move. And so even though it's a blunder, I was kind of like trying to prevent what I figured they were thinking of doing. And sure enough, I was able to trade. Bring this other rook over. Bring it down so I have some more defensive options here. That's exactly what I did. They captured me. And now you can see their time. They're at 18 seconds. They start to panic. I capture this. The queen comes in, but I'm running. And I'm just hanging out over here on this side of the board. And black apparently still has a really good position, but there's no checkmate. We trade the queens. They're still winning, but my king is active. My king is a hero, and guess what? Now it's winning for white. This was a blunder. Apparently, the best move here is h5. You have to start pushing the pawn right away. Of course, with 12 seconds, they didn't do that. And guess what? I got the queen. I started taking everything. And I ended up winning this game. And it was a long one, but I'll go ahead and show you. I think I actually got checkmate right before they ran out of time. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was prepared to resign that game when my king was running up the board. I'm like, I should probably just quit right now. But I didn't. And here we are. Now, this is where the story really gets interesting. And you're probably wondering, that didn't look like a cheating game. Like, they made a lot of mistakes. What's going on, right? How did they miss the checkmate? This is what I think happened. And to show you this, I'm going to jump over to this person's account. I'm going to change my screen here so you can see a little bit better. This is this person's account, okay? And I've scrolled back. They actually played quite a few games. You can see all these games. But I've scrolled back to where they played against me, okay, right here. They beat me the first game, then they lost 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. And if you check these accuracies, they look pretty normal. They don't look like anyone was cheating. But as soon as this game was over, the very next game they played, look at their accuracy. 98. 98 in a 33-move game. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, let's take a look at this game quickly while we're here. Why not? Let me jump over. Let's see if we can notice anything. And I'm going to show you one more game after this. So they're playing as black. Let me actually flip the board here. And, I mean, that's a weird move, first of all. A5. Let's see what else happens here. A4, pretty weird move. Let's see, was that the top stockfish move? It was. It was the top stockfish move, A4. Okay. Knight to D4. Rook to E8. D5. Okay, that makes sense. You trade. Ooh. Look at that. Nice little tactic. Of course, stockfish finds it. Then the queen captures. Trades. Trades the queen. I mean, that's something that, like, if I'm playing this, I don't think I want to trade queens. I'm like, I'm going to attack the king. Look at the king. It's wide open. Why would I trade queens? Best move. Stockfish. Okay, brings the rook over. I don't know what's going on here. Some fancy stuff. Goes into this endgame and ultimately wins the game. 98 accuracy. Okay, cool. Let me show you one more game. If we scroll up just a little bit more. Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? Right here. Look at this game. 99.6. Oh, I don't know if you can actually see this. Let me just show you. 99.6 they had on this one. And I'm going to show you this really fast. They're playing again as black. Check this out. Okay, everything's pretty normal so far until, wait for it. Whoa, what is this? What is this? Knight takes e4. You're unleashing this, so that's why you're giving up this. Okay, captures. It's not looking very good for black. It looks like he's pinned, right? He looks like he's in trouble. Nope, knight to d2, because if you take, the queen captures the rook. Okay, so that's good for black. And so what happens in the game is we get this queen trade. But even this, I mean, this is looking pretty good for white. You're attacking the knight, you're attacking the pawn. But wait a second. Rook c8, and then knight takes b2. sacrificing here. This is coming in, goes into the rook endgame. And then again, I'm like, this looks pretty equal. Maybe even white's got a pretty nice position, but no. Wait for it. This rook defends against the pigs on the 7th, and at the same time comes down for his own. And guess what? Black wins. 99.6 accuracy. So what I think happened, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you agree with me, I think my opponent got so frustrated after losing those 4 games that they decided to go cheat. They decided to go cheat and start winning. And then they got banned. This account, by the way, had been around. Let me go back to the profile here. Community streamer, apparently. This account had been around since like 2016. I saw that somewhere before. They've been around for a while. And so this was like shocking to me when I saw this. I like couldn't believe it. So yeah, that's the story of how I beat a cheater 4 times in a row with the epic king walk up the board. And here we are. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Regardless of the cheating, can we just go back? Sorry, let me switch to the right screen here. Can we just go back to the fact that my king actually went from G1 all the way to A7 with the queen chasing it and didn't get checkmated? I mean, that's pretty wild. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can't make this stuff up. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Stay sharp, play smart, and take care.